How's it going, friends? Martine from Matthew's studio coming to you this time from my front yard, and it's Friday, and I wanted to put out a mellow post, a fun post. They're all fun, but this one, I might be wearing pajama pants, I might be wearing flip-flops, and yes, I'm wearing my Crew Stories hat. Crew Stories is a Facebook group that my buddy Diego and myself run, and it's all about that. Crew member stories, all the amazing craftspeople, technicians, all the artists, all the folks that dedicate their lives and work on set to put out content and to live this crew life. That's what it's all about. It's about their stories, their experience, the things that they love, their memories. That's really what it was. It's a way to archive the stories behind the lens. We're always putting together amazing stories in the productions that we work in, but a lot of times the more interesting stories are from the crew members themselves, and that's what the group is all about. So I wanted to bring a little piece of that into this post. We put out a question about setiquette. What is that? On set etiquette. You're working around a bunch of really creative, really talented people. Everybody's on top of one another, so it's important to know the do's and don'ts. And we put the question out, hey, share a piece of setiquette. And boy, did we get some answers. We got some really funny ones, we got some really serious ones, and I just wrote down a few just to share them with you guys. We're going into the weekend. Some things to think about. A lot of us miss being on set right now, so it kind of warmed my heart reading through all these responses, and I'm going to share them with you, a few of them with you, and I want to hear back from you guys. Tell me about your piece of etiquette that I'm not touching on. There's so many out there, especially all different parts of the world. So here we go. I'm going to start off with a very, very important one, guys. No running on set. You don't need to run. When you're running on set, you make your entire department look brand new. It's not safe. Set can be a very sketchy place. You need to be aware of your surroundings. If people have to jump out of the way because you're running through, there's a problem there. All right? Think about it as being like around a pool or something. There's hazards. Don't run. It's not something that you do. It's not good etiquette. And somebody put a quote in this as a response to this, and it was really, really good, and I'm going to take it with me from here on out. If it's important enough to run for, it's important enough to wait for. Come on, that's a really good one. Keep it, use it, send it out there. I'm borrowing it from somebody myself. So here we go, moving down the list. Always be behind the camera. If the camera is pointed at the set and you don't need to be in front of it, don't just be sitting there scratching your butt. Don't be gabbing with your friends in front of the camera, because there's people looking at the monitors trying to check out that set. There's set dressers, the cinematographer, the gaffer, hair, makeup. Well, all sorts of folks need to look through that lens and see what's going on set. So beat it. You finish with what you're doing, get out of the way, stand, close so you can jump in and get your job done if something needs tweaking, whatever it is, but don't be in front of that thing. You don't need to be there. And in addition to that, when you're rolling, don't be in between Video Village and the set. There's communication that has to happen right there, so go find somewhere that's close enough, but out of the way. It's very important. Be aware of your surroundings, be aware of communication, and yeah, that's a good one. Moving right down the list. Spread out. If you got 14 grips that got hired that day, you got all the manpower you need, and it's wonderful, and it's great, you've seen all your buddies, spread out. You don't want a producer, someone that walks by and just sees a bunch of folks, a bunch of crew people standing around just chuckling and eating snacks and stuff, and they say, are we really paying all these people? Do we need all of them? Of course they need them all. Why? What if the wind picks up? What if something crazy happens? You need all the guys. We know that we need to be there, but other people don't, and a lot of those other people sign our checks. So spread out. Have a few people sprinkled by the carts. Have a few people sprinkled halfway in between set and the carts. Have some people, all over the place. Don't just be a big, there's a rule. Don't let one grenade take out the whole department. Spread out. All right, moving on. Here's another pretty good one. Always return borrowed gear. I'm a grip. People borrow stuff from us all day. If you borrow something from me and you bring it back and you say thank you, and maybe you even cleaned it off a little bit and you bring it back nicer than when it was lent to you, I'm going to let you borrow it every time. Come get your Apple box. Come get your Shorty C-stand. Come get whatever you need, and it's going to be all good. If you don't bring it back, or if you bring it back covered in mud, or if you bring a Fernie pad back not folded up, just a big old bundled mess with all sorts of little prickly stickers in it and stuff, I'm not going to be so quick to let you borrow it the next time. And that goes for all departments. You borrow something from somebody, if you borrow PPE, ear protection, from props and stuff like that, bring it back to them, give it to them. It's part of their kit. They need it. And if you want to ever borrow something again, it's probably good etiquette to bring it back, to return it. I dropped my pad, so I got it back. Here we go. Let's keep going. All right. If your name isn't on the chair, your ass isn't in the chair. That was a good one. That was a quote somebody put down there. If they got a director's chair there and you're like, oh, I just want to sit down for a second, go find somewhere else to sit. People get really, really touchy about that stuff. If someone brings in their personal chair, because they're going to be sitting around reading their books, whatever it is, don't just go plop in it. It's not your chair. Your butt doesn't belong in it. That's a good one. All right. Here's another one. And this was a weird one that I had no idea about, but it really made sense. We had somebody from the makeup department say, when you're stepping onto the makeup trailer, shout out, stepping up. It makes sense. If someone's applying eyeliner and you just go pounce onto their trailer and the whole thing shakes, it's bad news. Let them know you're coming. It's, in that same piece of information that they shared with us, they said with the tailors and the seamstresses, they had a trailer. If they have a trailer and you're going to be stepping on and they're doing that type of work, that real critical, really touchy work, shout, stepping up, so they know the trailer's about to shake a little bit. I didn't know that. Now we all know it. Stepping up. That's a good one. All right, respect the chain of command. If you show up on set, you've never been there before, you're day playing, and you see something and you think it's wrong, don't run right up to the director and say, hey, I'm just over here noticing that thing's wrong over there. Go to someone who's there all the time. Go to a regular company, grip, electrician, wardrobe, whatever it is, and go up the chain of command. It's very important that you use that chain of command, because you don't know how people are doing it on that set. You don't know their method and their process. So respect that. There's a reason that there's a chain of command, and that's a wonderful way to find a resolution, is to go to your superior. And if you're a grip, go to your best boy. Then the best boy can talk to the key grip about it, or to go to an AD or a PA, whatever it is. Respect that chain of command. It's really important. It's professional. It's proper etiquette. All right, what else do we got here? No drinks or trash on the carts. I'm a best boy. I've pushed carts onto the truck, and I get a 5-day-old sandwich plops on my head because some jerk left their sandwich 4 or 5 days ago on top of a cart. And then a cold coffee lands on my shoulder, and I'm really mad, and I take it out on everybody, and that stinks, and you shouldn't do it. Don't leave your trash on your cart. Don't leave trash on other people's carts. Really important. There's trash cans everywhere, and if there isn't, go find one. It's easy. It's good etiquette. All right, moving on. Don't stand in doorways. There's one particular department that stands in doorways all the time. You know who you are. I get it. You need to see if the actors are on the way to set. You need to be able to tell production what's going on. But don't stand in doorways. There's so many other places to stand, and I got to carry ladders and super heavy stuff through those doorways, and I don't want to have a roadblock there every time I'm trying to enter and exit a set. There's usually one door in and one door out, so be mindful of doorways. What else do we got here? Learn how to use a walkie-talkie. It sounds simple, but it isn't that simple. You push the mic, you wait a second, and then you talk. You don't just push and talk at the same time, or no one's going to hear your first word. And if it's a step ladder to set right away, I need a step ladder to set right away. No, say 6-step ladder to set right away, please. And then people will say, copy that, flying in with a 6-step ladder, because you always want to repeat what you're bringing in so that both parties know you're on the same page. There we go. Learned how to use a walkie-talkie. Very simple. Not so simple, obviously, because it wouldn't be something people complain about if it was. All right, what else do we got? Let's see. Be quiet. That one pertains to me. I'm really loud. I've been very far away in our cart staging area, telling one of my stories, having fun with the fellas, and the key grip, who's on set very far away, says, Martine, shut up. We hear you from way over here. Be quiet. You don't need to yell. You can keep talking. You can tell your stories and share them on crew stories. But keep it down. There's no need to hold court. There's no need to be the loudest person on set. That's me. I'm so loud. So now I'm hypersensitive about it. When I step on the set, I whisper or I just shut up. Why? Because I've gotten yelled at a lot. I've been on set 17 years or so, and for like 16 of those years I've been getting yelled at. So I'm finally starting to learn to just like, shut up, be quiet. You can keep talking, just bring it down. All right, that's a very important one. Tab tape, I talk about in a lot of my posts. If you're borrowing tape, if you're doing something like that, you make sure to put a little bit of a tab on it so that someone lets you use their tape again, and so that it's ready to go the next time. What else do we got here? The right of weight. That's correct. Not the right of way, the right of weight. Whoever's carrying the heaviest thing, they get to go first. All right, I don't care what's going on. If two people meet and, in a hallway and one person's carrying something heavier, they get to go. All right, I don't care what type of rush you're in or who's waiting for you. Whoever's carrying the heaviest stuff has the right of way. That's the right of weight. All right, that's a good one, easy one. Mute your phones. I shouldn't even have to say that. Lift gate protocol. We have gates on the back of our trucks. They go up and down. They're extremely dangerous. Whoever's operating that gate, you aren't in a conversation. It could be extremely early in the morning. No one's had their coffee. People are stumbling around. It could be really late at night after an 18-hour day where everybody's just beat up. No matter what, your eyes are on the person leaving and coming into the truck and the gear leaving and coming into the truck. The gate goes down, you yell, "Gate is away," coming down on the gate. Comes down, you say, "Tilting the gate." It might seem silly. It might seem like, oh, well, everyone knew it was coming down. No, it's not the truth. I'll be in the middle of the night, in the middle of a parking lot, all by myself, lowering the gate, and I say it out loud. So everyone around me, I don't know if someone's coming around the truck that I don't see. They need to know that gate is coming down. They need to know the gate is going up. Really important protocol. I've seen people fall. I've seen people get really hurt just because people aren't paying attention and people aren't calling it out. Call it out. It's very important. Safety first. What else do we got here? Don't sit on set dressing. Don't play with props. I've done a lot of both. All right, I'm not perfect, guys, but especially if you're wearing a big belt with a bunch of tools and there's a gorgeous leather couch, don't go plop down on it because you're gonna get yelled at. If there's a bunch of props all over the place, cool microscopes, ray guns, all sorts of stuff, don't touch it. I love it. It's so cool to work on the set, so we work on, but be mindful of that stuff or ask permission. A lot of times if you talk to set dressing, if you talk to someone from props, they'll be excited to show you the stuff, but it's very important that it all stays put. There's continuity, there's safety, a lot of different things involved, and the last thing I need is every knucklehead like me playing with all their stuff, because I love to play with stuff. All right, moving right along here. It's a dolly, not a deli. I started as a dolly grip on set, and the thing about this one is that if you actually tell people, "Hey man, it's a dolly, not a deli," then they know it bothers you, and then they will put stuff on there all day long just to make you mad. And what I'm talking about is when you have a camera dolly that you push around all day, people will put drinks on there, they'll put sandwiches on there, they'll put all sorts of stuff. A lot of times it's camera folks because they don't get to go anywhere else. They're stuck to that dolly all day long. And a lot of times food and drinks end up on the dolly. It's bad form, guys. Anyhow, that's a pet peeve of mine. Don't walk around aimlessly while they're rolling a take. As soon as they call rolling, don't be surfing through your phone, just pacing back and forth with your car keys jangling or your tools jangling. Sit down. Stop moving. They hear you. Believe me. You might think, they don't hear me. I have very squeaky shoes. I always have. I don't know what my problem is, but I've always known, just as soon as they call rolling, stay put. There's no need to aimlessly walk around. It's distracting. Sound definitely hears it, and stay put. It's important. Let's see what else we have here. Be aware of just where you're standing. If you're on set and you don't know what's going on, you're in the way. If you're standing in a place and you're just goofing off or your face is buried in your phone, you're in the way. Beat it. Once you're done with what you're doing, get out of there. You don't need to be standing in the way, and be aware of who's coming and who's going. Where's the path of traffic, and don't be there. In addition, don't block someone's carts. If somebody sets all their carts up, don't go put your chair right in front of the carts, in between the carts and set. There's a reason they stage their carts there, and if you're in the pathway and people keep having to walk around you with heavy equipment, say, excuse me, if it happens once or twice, it's a problem. move. Be aware of other people's work. It's not all about you. It really is about the team. Got 15 minutes of this stuff already. I don't know how much more I should keep going on here because I got a lot. I got pages and pages of this stuff. What do we got? Introduce yourself to people. If you show up first thing in the morning and you walk up to a group of drivers, of Teamsters, and you're like, "Hey, Transpo, where's the grip truck?" Without saying, "Hello, good morning, how you guys doing?" You're going to get a different response than if you were to just show up, introduce yourself, say good morning to folks, treat them like human beings want to be treated nicely, maybe ask people's names, introduce yourself with your name, remember other people's names. It gets you really far. Be nice. Don't be entitled. Ask people about how their day is going before you just ask them to help you or to give you stuff. Say, "Hi, my name's Martine. I'm with the Grips. How you doing?" That's going to go a lot further than, "Hey, I need your thing. Let me use that hammer. Let me use that." Be respectful, be mindful, learn people's names. It's going to get you really, really far. And it's just, you should do that in every part of life. That's not just etiquette. That's just like etiquette. That's being a good person. So treat people the way you want to be treated. Be nice, be kind, and it'll pay off. And not even that it has to pay off. Just be a good person. That's a very big subject, I guess. I don't know if we can cover that here. Stage your gear fairly. If there's a little tiny pocket where you're able to stage your gear in a location or something, don't take it all up. Share that little pocket with the other departments. Let everyone get a little bit of gear there. Don't bring everything from the truck. Bring what you need. Have other little staging packages squirreled away, but don't be greedy with your staging. Learn people's names. If you put your coffee cup down, this one comes from my buddy Chris Trillo. If you put your coffee cup down, make sure it has somebody else's name on it, because someone's gonna find it and be like, "Hey, someone's coffee. Hey, what is it?" That one's kind of a joke, but it's kind of funny. So, all right, guys, that's some etiquette. Thank you for listening. I'm gonna cut this one short. Maybe I'll do another round of this. If you guys like this, please let me know about your etiquette. Let me know about what is your pet peeve, or what you've learned that's really helped you out along the way. And we'll do another one of these posts. Maybe it'll be a fun Friday post thing where we can share each other's little bits of etiquette, help everybody else out. And thank you so much for listening once again. Have a wonderful weekend, and take care of each other. Crew Stories, Matthew Studios. Yeah. Take care, guys.